Welcome back, people. It is episode 21 of season 6 of the Taxi Squad podcast. We got a fair amount of things to get into today. Before we do, like, follow, subscribe, maybe share with a friend. We got strange and unusual topics about center fielders yelling at blonde ladies. We have some MLB talk. It was a Crosstown Classic over the weekend and Rivalry Weekend across the MLB. We got NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs. And maybe a skipped NFL? What is this world? It's the Taxi Squad podcast.
Come on, everybody, celebrate. The Taxi Squad is here today. So lose the blues, kick back and relax for now. We talk about sports and stupid stuff. We're probably wrong and it might get rough. So welcome back. It's the Taxi Squad. Yeah.
Vince, what's up?
Yeah. Dude, no one's home. Why go home? Why go home when you can not be home, you know?
Dude, why go home when, I mean, I want to go home.
That's what they say, that's where the heart is. But
that's where the hat is. That's where the hat is.
But I don't have a heart, so here we are.
You have a heart, Vince. Don't talk that way.
But maybe, who knows? But I will say, after this weekend rather, no matter where I am, I'm happy. That's for sure. That's for damn sure, Mike.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. It was a wonderful weekend.
Why is that?
The weather's good.
Yeah.
I got a little tan on my fotch.
Oh, yeah, you do. You're getting on your brother's level. I love it.
I went to the White Sox game, to which they lost. And then I didn't go to the two that they won. So
I know, isn't that the way the cookie crumbles, though? But wouldn't you rather be the sacrificial lamb than not the sacrificial lamb?
100%. I at least had fun at the game, and then the next 2 days they won.
Yeah.
So there's, I'm gonna forget about what happened on Monday, and we're gonna move on.
I forgot about it too. Well, dude, I'm so happy you had a wonderful weekend. I did the same.
Good.
I'm celebrating some new employment in this life, and I'm really looking forward to the next steps. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. I'm going to go do new things and start a new journey. So it's always a cool thing in life when you can dictate those terms and create new opportunity for yourself. So this is a fun week.
Good
no
for
doubt.
you.
It's like Thanks, bro. It's my last tour, so to speak. I did not want to go on this tour. I did not. Let me tell you right now, I did not want to fucking do this. I was like, I was throwing shit in a fucking suitcase Monday morning. Hit it again. And I just was so pissed at the world, and I was like, fuck, I got to get on an airplane today. And yeah, okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go. That's really what it is.
And I'm in Houston, and I'm sweating my balls off.
I would love to be in Houston.
Powder you need here is aggressive.
Oh, for your balls.
I am antiqued. If this is not a promotion for Gold Bond ball powder, but it could be. If Gold Bond ball powder is hearing this, I could make hush puppies by the end of the day.
I'm telling you.
How much, like, it is just a lot of moisture down there.
It should be Burt's Bees. You get the grapefruit one.
Well, Vince, I'm not always in a position where I go to the Walgreens and they got the Burt's Bees grapefruit ball powder.
That's true.
At times, you got to go Johnson & Johnson.
That's true. You can find it everywhere, but
I kind of smell like a big ass baby.
I know you're gonna go to bed wearing some Depends tonight. That's for sure.
I just go to bed like a big ass baby, talking like da baby, packing a mail. It's going. So, yeah, man, I'm out here being a big baby, feeling like a baby.
Like Glenn.
You know who was kind of a big baby, Vince?
Glenn.
Well, he was.
Big Baby Davis.
Perkins was the original Glenn Big Baby.
PCA?
Pete Crow Armstrong kind of acted like a big little baby.
I like it, though.
Like a baby.
It was a good baby move, to be honest.
It was kind of a big baby move. He was kind of a little bitch about the entire situation. So this week's strange and unusual. Really?
Keep going. Let's talk.
So on So on Sunday, there was a absolute destroyed baseball by Miguel Vargas to right center. And PCA is probably the only center fielder in all of baseball who could have tracked down this ball and actually attempted to make a play on it. They showed the average of the ball hit, and it was like 889 to leave the ballpark. So to give you an idea, this ball was absolutely belted.
Demolished. Yeah.
And PCA had it fall off of his glove, and he fell down. It's like a double and scored a couple runs. PCA was really close to it. I mean, he's one of the best defensive outfielders in baseball. I will give him that much.
Oh, yeah.
But a young blonde lady shouted at him from the right field or the right center field bleachers / club area.
It's like the dugout area where you can throw parties under it. I've been in there before. It's cool.
Yeah, I would love to do that at some time. It'd be a fun little drunk fest, no doubt about it. But the emotions got the best of this young lady, and she screamed at him, "You effing suck." And PCA immediately responded to her, "S my effing DB," aka suck my dick, bitch.
Yep.
And this is definitely all over the internet. He has come out publicly and said that he was pretty hot in the moment and should have kept his opinions / feelings to himself. Vince, is his reaction just in this moment in time?
Listen, if you go to a White Sox game, especially in a game such as that, or when they are good, White Sox fans aren't necessarily like the nicest hecklers in the world. I'll say that.
No.
We could be pretty mean. I don't really include myself in that, but we could be pretty mean. We neglected to mention that it was her engagement party with her.
What's her engagement party? That makes this even better, by the way.
I know. So they're down there. They're getting all sorts of turnt at the game. And okay, if I didn't know the words that he said, I would say this is awesome. 100%. I think the players should yell back, similar to how like NBA players, when they get shit talked back to them and they start yelling at them back. Like, I think they should do that. Maybe he shouldn't have said that. It's like, maybe he shouldn't have said that. But I thought it was funny, to be honest. And if you are in or around Chicago, especially a person that has that much angst and lives in Chicago, I'm sure she's said that and heard that many times in her life. I don't know if she, like, think about how many times since that game she's said that to 15 people and just said, like, guess what happened to me this weekend? Did you see that video, that thing that happened to me this weekend? That's like the highlight of her engagement party, 100%.
What if her husband's a Cub fan? What side does he take in this scenario?
Ooh,
does he take her side, or does he take Pete Crow's side? Because maybe he's like, hey, babe, you shouldn't have talked shit because you got what was coming to you. Or maybe he's like, F you, PCA, I'm a White Sox fan now.
The fiance, ironically, the woman's fiance is a diehard Cubs fan.
That's even better. This is so much better in the whole scenario.
Well, you can see it in the video.
He has to pick a side.
You can see in the video, too, he's like trying to cool her off because clearly PCA's all pissed off at her.
Well, once again, whose side do you take? Is it just like PCA, send him like a bunch of signed shit and just be like,
listen,
hey, dude, happy engagement. Your wife can still suck my dick.
If he is in love with this lady to the nth degree, such as this feels, he's probably seen her in this battle mode before. Like, again, this is not like a, you know, good old like northern Wisconsin girl just like, I'm just happy to be here. This is a Chicago South Side girl that's just like, hey, you fucking suck. Like, she's yelling that shit.
Well, she was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed lady. Rarely do you see White Sox gals that are White Sox blue-eyed ladies.
Ooh, hard disagree. Because there's a
Dude,
lot.
it's rare. There's
a lot of blonde-haired,
okay,
blue-eyed Irish people, and there's a lot of blonde-haired, blue-eyed Irish people on the South Side, Mike.
Well, yeah, and there's also a lot of blue-eyed Polish, too. I'm not disagreeing with that, but let's face it, Vince, per capita of fandom, the pretty girls don't go watch fucking White Sox games and hang out at Turtles.
Some of them.
The pretty girls.
Hey, White Sox fans,
hang
I
out
think
in the
you're
north
beautiful.
Side.
I would never say that
like,
about you. I would never say that about you.
I live 2 blocks from Wrigley, though.
Just because you married a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Cubs fan doesn't mean everybody has to, Mike.
Listen, Vince, I'm just saying, on the whole, you don't see that often.
Don't be jumping to conclusions.
Usually, all right, that is not the prototypical White Sox fan.
I'll give you that.
It's usually some guy by the name of Al, John, Tom, Matt, or Mike. And he's out there, they fucking suck this year, but we'll stay here because
we have a more diverse fan base,
92.
and they're not all just white and blonde. We have the collection. We have the rainbow of people.
We do. And you know what? We don't show up unless we're good. And it was nice to see these fans coming out supporting this team. And every time the Cubs would go, let's go Cubbies, the White Sox would overwhelming take them over. And it was nice to hear for once in the past time in 5 years.
I will tell you, in those two games, yes, on Friday, by the end of it, it was all Cubs.
Yeah, because the Sox fans left.
And I was sitting there, and I was like, I'm not even gonna try to fight back because we're getting destroyed right now. But then the next day, and we'll talk about this in length, but the next day, it changed a little bit. So,
and Vince, let's get into that. Just one a perfect segue.
I wouldn't.
Why?
Because we do this thing on this podcast. Where you could call in and leave us a voicemail, and we're going to be able to answer you via this podcast. If you call in and air it out at 312-725-2107, you can have a chance to give your opinion. Do you love us? Do you hate us? Do you like the Cubs? Do you think PCA was wrong? Do you think he's right? Who knows? All I know is that you can call us and we can give you an answer. And guess what, Mike? We got one. And it's from an old friend. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on.
Chicago Joe.
Hey there, buds. It's your buddy, Chicago Joe.
Hey!
Man, what a weekend in Chicago, huh? We get the freaking Crosstown Classic. Unfortunately, your freaking Taxi Squad White Sox got the better result at the end of the weekend.
Chicago Joe's a Cubs fan, huh?
Even though PCA had some choice words for that lady in center field. However, I don't blame him. However, you can't be saying that to, even if she's a White Sox fan, just because she's a White Sox fan doesn't mean she's not a lady. She's just, like a trashy lady. But anyway, whatever. You guys got 2 out of 3. That's fine. We'll see it probably, August. Is that when they play again in Wrigley? And then, we'll be right on path to head for a playoff push after that. While you guys will probably be, crashing and burning. Well, all right. You guys have a great rest of your day. That's all I wanted to get off my chest. All right. Taxi Squad, or go fuck yourself. All right.
See, Chicago Joe does kind of have a point where They are usually, Vince, they're a little floozy. I mean, let's face it, the Southside ladies are a little floozy. They'll tell you. They'll come out there and tell you.
Is floozy the word, or just like abrasive?
A little dirty or something. I don't know. I don't know how to put it.
I would say abrasive. I would say abrasive, and I fuck with it heavy.
Yes. But let's face it, at least Chicago White Sox fans who are ladies pay attention to the game. Right? Because how many times have you been to a Cub game? And yes, on the eyeballs, usually Cub fan ladies are a little bit easier on the eyes. Just throwing it out there. Just once again, no offense to any White Sox fans.
I wholeheartedly disagree because,
well, Vince, I guess maybe it's like a numbers game. What percentage of people show up to a White Sox game, and what percentage of people show up to a Cub game? More people show up to a Cub game.
For sure,
it's always been that way.
Yeah,
because they don't give a shit about the product on the field.
And they put it on WGN back in the day, and their grandpas became a Cubs fan and bada.
Yeah. I get it. But half the time, it's a lot of gals and dudes who are there because they graduated from a Big Ten school. Now they live in Wrigleyville, and they're there to get drunk on a random Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday or pick any day.
Well, right? I mean, I was walking around yesterday, and it was like that, and I was like, okay. What do you guys do? You guys don't work on Mondays? What are you doing tomorrow? What's going on?
Well, once again, it's just the time and place to be, right? So it's Chicago Joe's statement. The White Sox did, in fact, win the series. And that last game was impressive. But let's talk about game one. So, Vince, you were at game one, not the outcome we wanted, but what were your thoughts on game one? It seemed like just from an outside perspective, because I did watch the game, it seemed like Sean Burke kind of had a good little run going.
He did.
He just didn't have a lot of run support.
That was it. It's just the White Sox weren't hitting. It was going by very, very quickly. It didn't feel good the whole time. To be honest, like 4 innings in, I was like, all right, I'm going to get a beer. Like, I can't do this. It was boring. It was really boring. And then by the time, the 7th inning comes around, the Cubs score, was it 2 in the 7th and 4 in the 8th? I was like, all right, guys, you guys want to go wrap it up and maybe go meet up at Shuba's or something, bud? And that's what we ended up doing. So
yeah. Yeah, I kind of looked at you when we were texting. After Vargas hit that home run, I thought there was a shot, and then it was just off to the races in the 8th inning for the Cubs, and they put up.
Yeah, I mean, it was 5-4, and I was like, oh, we're up, and then the 7th hit, and you're like, they don't have any more juice left in the squeeze there.
Yeah, it was like 2 runs in the 7th, and then 4 in the 8th, and it was just like we had really nothing left in the tank. We got 1 on them in the 9th, but you kind of knew it was for rough shots. So
I thought it was a Davis Martin start, and it wasn't, and I was pretty sad about that.
Yeah, that would have made me sad too. But
we can move on to Saturday, and that was a much different story.
Well, and to the point, Davis Martin right now is absolutely shoving. He's one of the best starters in all of baseball. I mean, the guy goes 6 innings, absolutely just nails 1 earned run, 5 hits, 7 strikeouts. He looks, what he looks like? He looks like he's almost like a better Kyle Hendricks, if that makes sense, because he changes
the ball
speed
faster, but he's good at
yeah. That's what I'm saying. He has more velocity on his pitches than Hendricks, but he changes speeds very well like Hendricks used to. It's not to compare him to a Cub, but just throwing it out.
Hendricks was a good Cub, though. It's been a good long while since the White Sox have had like a shutdown starter. Giolito did it for like a year and a half or so. He was really good. Rodon had his spots. But this year so far, in 9 starts, Davis Martin 6-1, a 1.61, and a 3.1 ERA. He's totally in the Cy Young race right now. Do I think it's going to continue? We'll see. Do you know when Davis Martin was drafted, Mike?
He was a supplemental pick, wasn't he?
He was 14th round of the 2018 June amateur draft from Texas Tech. 14th round. If he stays this good as a 14th round pick, and I know the MLB is a little bit differently, but it's like, hey, he comes up last year, he has a little bit of qualms, and you're like, okay, what's going to go on with this? It's like, hey, if this guy can pitch like this is just another piece, because you expect Sean Burke to get better, you expect these guys to get better, but again, more than anything, it's just, hey, these guys are playing hard. They seem like they enjoy playing baseball, which is much different than those La Russa post-Ricky teams where you're like, they're winning, but they don't seem happy about it. And we also have Munetaka Murakami, and if he hits 2 home runs, we're going to win the game. That's just how it is.
Well, it's kind of looking that way at this point, and he seems to have injected so much juice that the rest of this team is starting to hit with him, and it's just wonderful to see. You got Mike Vassell in the dugout with the wand, which the wand
he's having fun.
He's fun, and he's coming back soon. And I mean, he really did some great work at the back end of the bullpen last year. Was really starting to come on as what looked to be a closer for us. And then he had to get Tommy John at the end of last year. So he should be back, hopefully, after the All-Star break, if all goes to plan.
Fingers crossed.
Recovery. So what's also really cool is that him and Chase Meadroth are roommates. And I don't think you could have a cooler scenario where you play professional baseball and you're young enough to have a roommate.
Yeah.
So those guys are living life right now. And
him and Davis Martin?
Awesome. No. Mike Vassell and Chase Meadroth are roommates.
Cool.
That was kind of the story of the weekend, and it was just really neat. I think something that the White Sox need to cover more of, because that's really cool. It just shows the unity of this team. They're playing together for something. You feel the juice. Like, these kids are young. They're fun. And then you got a guy like Benintendi who's starting to come around again. Benintendi, I think, on this whole series was like plus 280.
I can't believe he can hit again, because I really didn't think he'd ever be able to hit again. He's been so bad for the White Sox for so many years.
It's crazy, and it's nice to see. Once again, I feel like there's an injection of energy with the young talent in this team.
When's the last time we had power? When's the last time we were hitting with power? You have Colson Montgomery's hit 13 this year. You want to get the average up, but it is what it is. The Miguel Vargas, Colson Montgomery, Munetaka Murakami, 3 in a row, like over and over and over again. They've done it like 3 times already, I think. And they're one behind like those Paul Konerko lineups and shit where they would go 3 in a row all the time. You're like, hey, if it fits at chips, Colson Montgomery is, dare I say it, the best shortstop in Chicago right now as far as statistics are concerned. I will take it. The only difference is he never won a championship with the Braves, so it is what it is. But like you said, Andrew Benintendi putting the ball out of the outfield is something that we are not used to, and I will take it. And also, Randall Grichuk it's so odd to see him in a Sox jersey. I forgot they signed him.
I kind of forgot they signed him as well. I mean, he had that home run one of the nights, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
And Jared Kelenic shows odd power, but he can't seem to put it together. He was supposed to be
the best prospect of all time, like 4 years ago. And it just went south for so long. He still has it in him. Let's see if he can make it happen. I'd love that reclamation story. Do you want to move to Sunday?
It would be insane. Well, yes, I do want to move to Sunday, Vince, but I do have a fun little nickname.
Okay.
What if the 3, to your point, Munetaki Murakami and Miguel Vargas
Attaboy.
and Colton Montgomery. I am. I don't want to get roasted on the internets again. What if their nickname is 3M?
Sort of, though.
Okay.
It's like Munetaka, Miguel, and Montgomery.
What about the 3 Amigos? Just call them the 3 Amigos. Then.
I like that. I like that.
3 Amigos could be fun.
3
Amigos could be fun.
3 fully visible mice. Yeah, we'll workshop it.
Yeah, we'll workshop. We'll get back to you on that one. But to your point, Vince, Sunday was the game. This game was electric factory. If you went to this game, call us 312-725-2107.
Either side, to be honest.
Honestly, either side. Just want to know how you feel. Tell us you hate us. Tell us you love us. But this game, I didn't turn it on until the 7th inning.
Ooh, you turned it on the perfect time.
I turned it on the perfect time. I'm like, they're tied 4-4. I'm like, I need to watch this. And that's some of the best baseball I've watched in a very long time.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, Sox are down 3 early. Slowly come back. 1 run. 2 runs. 4-4. Tristan Peters. Oh, shit, they're going to win this game. Go to the 9th. I know you're anti-closer all of the time. Sir Anthony Dominguez has not been that bad this year, but I know that he pisses you off. Statistically, he's not been that bad this year, but I know he pisses you off. Should not have blown that save. Pissed me off a lot on Sunday. That is for sure. But that just opens it up for a guy that's had a rough year at the plate, but a very good year behind the plate, and Edgar Quero, to hit a walk-off homer. And John Triffin, not the best call in the world.
Oh, my God. The Southside stand-up needs to stop. It is the cringiest fucking thing on the planet.
Yes, but you know who had a great call?
So bad. Len
Casper.
Len Casper's amazing.
Voice crack. Shut up. He's so funny. He's like, oh, it's gone. Shut up. It's so funny, dude.
Well, you had DJ hit the yes for Hawk, which I thought was great. And that's something I haven't heard in a long time. But him and Hawk used to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Darren Jackson and Hawk, that was their thing.
Oh, yeah.
You put it on the board, yes. And I mean, that's the one thing we've been missing. And I wish Hawk would allow John Triffin to steal it. But then again, I feel like every announcer is trying to figure out.
And you got to coin your own thing. You got to Mike Breen. You got to do the Mike Breen and get the bang. You got to do the Hawk and get the
put it on the board. Yes.
It was unfair too for Schriffen to go from Hawk Harrelson to Jason Benetti to Schriffen. Like, what's the expectation here for him?
Benetti, yeah, you're right. That's kind of an epic run. There's no doubt about it.
It's kind of like White Sox first baseman.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ixnay, Andrew Vaughn, a couple bad years there, but
Andrew Vaughn's dogging in Milwaukee right now.
Is he good
just
this
needed
year?
a change of scenery. Yeah, dude, he hit a home run last night.
I haven't seen his stats this year. I'd like to know.
Yeah, he's starting for the Brew Crew. That's a thing.
Well, if you're the Brew Crew, you might want to change that because they're not playing well. But he's hitting
last night they
314.
beat the Cubs.
Hitting
Last
314,
night
one
they-
homer. So that was his first of the year.
I mean, there you have it. So I think this game was an electric factory, to say the very, very least. It was one of the best baseball games I watched. Miguel Vargas is a Cub killer. In his career against the Cubs, with like 11 at-bats, he's hitting damn near 400.
Love it.
And he has like 6 home runs. It's impressive. He's an absolute Cub killer. And Munetake Murakami is on pace to maybe be the AL Rookie of the Year.
I hope
if he
so.
hasn't already solidified.
It's him and the guy in
you just
Detroit. I
pray-
forgot his name.
Well, Detroit's kind of an odd little weird. I don't know what more to say.
This is what I want to. I want to talk about the matchups, but I also want to go around the league a little bit because it was rivalry weekend across the MLB. Some of the rivalries, San Diego and Seattle.
Wouldn't it be LA and San Diego? But maybe they don't want to
LA
make the
and LA.
rivalries. Yeah, you'd assume that it would be that because they're
But then it
not
was
only
like
in
they
the
call it
same
the Eddie
division.
Vedder Showcase, I think, or something like that, because Eddie Vedder is ties to Seattle and San Diego, but Eddie Vedder's a Cubs fan, so it doesn't make any fucking sense.
I was about to say, isn't Eddie Vedder from Evanston? Like, what does that have to do with it?
I don't know. It's just what they call it. It's weird.
Feeling like I don't know a team to root for.
You have
what are-
Detroit and Toronto, which is cool because it's right. I mean, as far as distance, they're so close to each other. You have the Subway Series, obviously, and then like this, I think it's called the Citrus Series or something like that. That was the Tampa Bay versus Miami. A lot of interleague stuff going on. But you start looking, and I was like looking at this now too, because I'm like, all right, we're pretty far into the season. We have some good, at least a good base as to what we're looking for the rest of the season. What jumps out initially, obviously, is the Rays, because they were supposed to be last in their division. The Red Sox were supposed to be on the come up. The Blue Jays went to the World Series last year. The Yankees are going to be the Yankees. And meanwhile, the Rays are the best team in the AL with 31 wins. And if you look at the American League West, this has money on being the worst division in the MLB right now.
Next to the AL Central.
No, it's worse.
It's a little worse. It's not
Mike,
crazy
it's
bad.
worse.
It's pretty shitty. I'm not going to lie.
Do you know what the best team's record is in the AL West right now?
Yeah, dude, it's tied right now. I mean, basically, it's the Athletics at
23 and
24.
24. There's not even a winning record in that division. And
It's impressive.
you can put money down every year as the Angels just being horrible, which is a joke. Astros
At what
horrible.
point do you just say, all right, Trout, where do you want to go?
They should.
That
should have been 3 years ago.
should have been 5 years ago.
I know, but when
Trout,
they
I
had
just feel
Ohtani,
like
it was
kind of a thing. But even then, they weren't competing to make a playoff run, so it didn't matter.
it's honestly a joke of
Ohtani-
a franchise. Change the ownership there. Change the ownership. That's the only way to do it.
Yeah,
Bring back Mike
right
Scioscia.
now, I don't know what you could do. I don't know what you could do if you're the Angels. To your point, sell. But I mean, they're looking like White Sox level shit right now.
Yep.
They're like they might give the 2020 what was it 3 or 2 White Sox a run for their
Yeah, the
money.
worst team of all time. It might be.
The
And
worst team of
another
all time.
team. And I know it's early in the season still, but Seattle.
They still got some time to figure it out. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
they're still
And-
one game out of first place. And I mean,
In that-
Houston could come out of nowhere in that division too. Don't
They
forget it
usually
because they
do.
always do.
But it's just they're lucky they're in that division because Seattle's playing like shit this year too, and a lot of people had them as their AL picks. It is what it
Well,
is.
of course, they're going to have them as their AL pick because they were literally one game away from going to the World Series and
Yep.
probably had a legitimate shot because they were hot at beating the Dodgers. But who knows? You don't know until that time comes.
Yeah, well,
But
they
to
had
your
beat
point,
the Blue
I
Jays
don't
first, who also sucked this year.
Yeah, and which is insane that these teams have regressed so badly in not even a year's time. It's
Yeah.
impressive. The Yankees are the Yankees, but the Rays right now are just doing what they do. They always have like a down year, and then this young talent pool comes back up. They figure it out again, and their pitching's nails, and it's like they have the lowest payroll in baseball.
and they always will, except for like the White Sox.
Well, the Sox need to take a page out of the Rays book because right now you got Rock Chalowski about to be drafted. You have another top prospect in all of baseball playing shortstop for you in Double-A right now. And then you have Braden Montgomery and Kyle Teal, who's about to be called up at any moment.
No, 6 weeks. They extended it.
He's not going to be back until after the All-Star break. They don't want to fuck him up.
Nope. And he tweaked his right knee, unfortunately. So, but looking at the National League, Phillies are on a bit of a run after firing their manager. Fun. New York Mets. I know they got a piece of the Yankees this weekend, but you're going to have to turn it around because you cannot be behind the Marlins and Nationals with that roster, and you just got to feel bad for Mets fans every now and then.
Or do you just blow it up? Do you get rid of, all of the pieces that
they just did it again? They just did it. They spent money. They got rid of them. They retooled. They brought it back, and they did it again.
I'll give you an update. The Nationals are beating them 7-5 currently.
The Nationals? I heard this stat today. The Washington Nationals have scored the most runs in the MLB this year.
Really?
Yep. Best offensive baseball.
They just have no pitching.
The Washington Nationals have given up the most runs in the Major League Baseball this year.
Yeah.
They're equally the worst pitching team and the best hitting team in the MLB right now.
It's impressive. I mean, James Wood is an absolute dog.
He's a monster.
James Wood last season was like on a tear, like Munataki level tear. Mm-hmm. That guy just seemed like every other time he stepped up to bat, he was striking out or hitting a ball into the moon.
Smoking it, yeah. And he's got that ability. The Braves are the best team in baseball, though. So, and I thought this was going to be a down year for them, but
Chris Sale with another renaissance. To your point, the Phillies winning 8 of their last 10. Mm-hmm. It's looking like the East, though. The East is one of those divisions you really don't know what it's going to be until you get to like end of July, and that's when the picture is truly painted. Unlike the Central of each division, where it's either all or nothing. Like, for example, the Cubs last year were just in this dance with the Brewers for, I don't know.
I mean, the Cubs are in a dance with the Brewers right now, and it's probably not going to end.
Yeah, and the Cubs are in a dance with the Brewers again, but then you got the Cardinals sitting there at 27-19, which are a game out, 6 of their last 10. So they
got to learn how to win at home, though.
It's all these games still count. And to your point, the Cardinals are just
I like saying the season's early. Like when we were like a week and a half in, right?
Yeah.
We're fucking 50 games in the season now.
Well, still, that doesn't. Yeah, and you still have another
110, 112, whatever it is.
112 to play.
Yeah.
So it's a long season, and injuries happen. I mean, the Padres right now are a half game above the Dodgers.
Gavin Sheets is such a good Padre. And
it's very good Padre.
When he hits bombs, it makes me miss him. Like, he was on and off with the White Sox. It was like, okay, I don't think this is going to work out long term. He goes to the Padres.
He was a right fielder having there was no business that guy should have been playing right field.
He's DH. He's a sweet swinging lefty.
He is a DH, and he is a complete first baseman. That is it.
Yep.
All Gavin Sheets should be doing is playing first base and hitting DH. That's it.
Yep. I agree. But they're another team too, where you're seeing like Lucas Giolito pitch for them the other day, and I was like, again, we talked about it last week when we had him on the wheel. It's just like their pitching staff's completely different than you thought it would be 2 years ago, and fuck it, it's working, kid.
I mean, hey, sometimes you just gotta say fuck it, it's working.
Yep.
And Gio is always serviceable. You're probably gonna get 4 to 6 out of him. Mm-hmm. He's gonna give up 3 to 9 runs.
He might give up 14 in a game.
Well, right, and that's Lucas Giolito.
Yeah,
that's Lucas Giolito to a whole. You're gonna get like early Lucas, like that season of 2021.
He almost threw a no hitter.
He was a Cy Young contender that year.
Yeah,
and we were like, all right, we got a fucking guy. Don't get rid of James McCann. Keep those two together. What do we do? James McCann, have a good life.
It's like we should trade for James Shields.
Yeah, and then James Shields was years before that.
I know. I'm just kidding. It's always going to haunt me. I want to say, before we spin the wheel here, I want to say the worst matchup for the rivalry weekend has to be Snakes Rockies. has to be Diamondback Rockies. That was
saw I was thinking about going to a game over the weekend because I really had nothing else going on. So I was like, maybe I'll go to a D-backs game. What else is happening?
Nope,
go to a baseball
not
game?
against the Rockies.
There was nothing going on.
Like
to look
that's
at
masochism.
There's like they play this weekend. Okay. So they played the Giants and D-backs, had a little series. So, and now they play the Rockies again, and then they play the Giants again in back-to-back series. The Mariners come into town in a couple weeks. That actually might be a fun game to go see. I'm not gonna shake a stick at that one. I'd like to see.
I would do that, but
big dumper in person.
You got three guys on the Rockies in your head? Because I don't.
Who's that guy who took all the gear that didn't get popped? What was his name?
Oh, I remember us talking about him. I don't know. And Chris Bryant's not playing, right? So
Chris Bryant is the most talk about masochism. I don't know what happened to that poor kid. He should just retire.
He got paid a lot, and then it just didn't work out. I mean, I'd rather his life than mine. So
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Was it?
That.
I forget the kid's name. Was it Hunter Goodman? No.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you one man on the Rockies right now. I could not tell you.
No, looking at this team, it's like early White Sox. Half these guys are just like, who?
I kind of hope. Let's get the wheel moving right now. I'm kind of hoping we land on the Rockies because we don't know anything about the Rockies.
Hey, Michael Lorenzen is on the Rockies.
Is he? That always means you're good.
Yep.
Okay, let's spin this wheel, kids. Ooh, the Doyers.
The Doyer. Let's talk about the Dodgers a little bit, shall we? They're going to win the division still. I believe that entire. They're so very good. Here's the easiest conversation ever. They're fucking good, and they're always going to be good.
I think forever for the rest of time.
Well, when you have an unlimited payroll,
I was gonna say, are they three-peating?
Well, Vince, this is a good one. So, who is their closer with the fancy walkout song with the trumpet? So Edwin Diaz is in some trouble. Edwin Diaz likes he's in some trouble. Edwin Diaz likes cockfighting. I repeat, Edwin Diaz likes cockfighting,
which is
this is something that has recently came out. Not penises, but chickens. So cockfighting. I'm accentuating the cock. Edwin Diaz is gotten popped for cockfighting, and he claims that he's not going to really apologize for this matter. And he owns chickens that he fights in these rooster fights in Puerto Rico, and something that his father claimed, or he claims that my father got me into when I was a child, and that he loves it and competes regularly in it. And there might be a suspension coming his way from PETA.
From PETA? I don't know if PETA can be handing out MLB suspensions, if I'm being honest.
It's illegal. It's illegal. So they used to say in Puerto Rico, it was fine.
I want to say, is it illegal in Puerto Rico?
Well, now a lot of people are saying, do you trade him? Do you suspend him if you're the MLB? There's a lot of things here. He's openly come out and said,
if it's not on it's on American kind of soil.
Yeah, Puerto Rico is an American territory.
I know, but it's not considered a state.
First time in San Juan, Mijo.
That song is already getting so
of
goddamn
Puerto Rico.
It's been so many times. There's no information that's out on it. This came out 2 days ago or something like that.
Yeah. They could suspend him. I don't think anything's going to come of it.
I don't think they will either. Maybe they'll fine him or something like that. It's just like,
what do you
that's
do?
It.
How are you supposed to say stop fighting those chickens?
Yeah, he's throwing his cock around.
Chickens are delicious. Chickens are delicious. You just can't fight them.
Yeah, you can't fight them. You can just butcher them all the time in factories.
You could just kill any
no
chicken.
Lights.
People, and not only that, but chickens are fucking dumb. They're the dumbest animal on the planet. Not saying fighting them and murdering them in cold blood is right, but it's like the Clinton Portis thing, the Michael Vick thing. That's totally different.
What did Portis do?
Portis just kind of I think he just kind of stuck with Mike Vick. He's like, yeah, man, a lot of that culture where we
I didn't know.
grew
Did
up.
Portis get in trouble for that?
No, Clinton Portis didn't, but he kind of just said like
He
I've
backed
been
him
in
up.
fights as a kid. Like
Okay.
he's like that was like a thing that we grew up with, and he goes a lot of cultures. That's okay, but I mean not in the world I come from. And you fight dogs, it's like that's not good.
Yeah, no. Where you and I
dogs.
grew up, it was
Don't fight dogs. Dogs are meant to be. They're meant to be snuggled.
Cute ass dog.
I love dogs.
Other than that, though, if you're looking at this goddamn team, it's like Shohei is probably going to win a Cy Young this year. Probably going to win a Cy Young. He's not hitting well, but hey, if you throw a .82 in 7 starts, you're probably going to win a Cy Young.
I feel like every year he just is like, I'm not going to pitch. Now you know what? I'm going to pitch. Fuck it, I'll pitch.
And then he's the first or second best pitcher because Paul Skeens is pretty fucking good still.
Here's a conspiracy for you. Do you believe he fixed Munetaki Murakami's swing at the World Baseball Classic? Because if you saw, like, he was showing him, like, hey, go up a little, and then
I won't say that fixed it completely, but maybe he helped. I mean, there's something to be said about him helping him hit major league pitching. There's been a lot of conversations about that, and like, you know, all those Japanese guys tend to stick together. So he's probably just like, hey, this is kind of what this is going to be like. Just know, because there hasn't been a step, and they need to do a 30 for 30 or some long breakdown on what the hell happened in his free agency for how he landed on the White Sox. It doesn't make any sense.
They were talking so much shit about him.
I know.
A lot of scouts were like, he can't hit a fastball. Don't
I
touch
remember
him. Blah,
we
blah,
were
blah.
talking about that. I'm like, I'm excited for him, but I'm kind of worried if he can't hit a fastball. Like, I believe
Your only hope for Mooney is he just loves the city so much, and he wants to stay in Chicago and grow with us. And he's like,
And
fuck
Ishbia's
that.
like, listen, I'm going to pay for him now, even though I don't own the team for another year.
Right. You are going to be the face of this organization for many moons to come. Don't go anywhere. And I feel like he knows that because we're embracing him. I mean, across the city, he's going to be megastar, and he's in the major market. So you'd be kind of dumb to go
And
to
if the Sox
LA
win,
and
I think
dim your
winning
light.
and becoming a cultural icon, and also the Crosstown. So there's a lot of Japanese guys on the Cubs. We can get more Japanese guys on the White Sox. It might work out. Speaking of Japanese guys, though, Roki Sasaki gets his, what was this? These were his first starts of the year. Hasn't been throwing very well for the Dodgers. Had a really good outing the other day. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is, as advertised, 3.3. And their offense is just stupid. And their best player this year is Andy Pages. Andy Pages. 48 games this year. He's got a .299 batting average, 3.3 WAR. And his OPS is, tell me what his OPS is, Mike. Let me find it. OPS for Andy Pages, OPS plus 143. For people that don't know, 100 is, anything above 100 is good. Munetaki Murakami 160 this year. Andy Pages 143. Max Muncy 149.
For the guy who saved Kike Hernandez, let's face it, that's great news.
It's just, and like, even if I said like Shohei's not hitting that well this year, he's still sitting 265 and has an 850 this year. So it's like, they're just so good. They're going to win another championship, and that's just all I got to say about that.
I mean, don't put the cart before the horse. I do believe the Padres, that could be a wild card series.
True.
What?
I was going to say, look at the AL. It's kind of like the NBA. You're like, okay, whoever wins the West is going to win the whole thing. It's like whoever wins the NL is going to win the whole thing.
That's fair. I mean, don't look now, but the Knicks are beating Cleveland. Go figure. I will say that the Dodgers, if no Blake Snell, because I don't know if you saw this, Blake Snell actually has to get the same procedure done that Tariq Skubal had, which is essentially a scope of the elbow.
You have
I understand.
Starters. You have Tyler Glass now just waiting. Like, what are we doing?
I know. It's dumb. I would love to see an option other than them win the World Series this year. It just would be a nice little change.
I will say I am not rooting for it, but it's going to happen. You know?
You're probably not wrong, Vince. I'm not going to say you're wrong. And the Dodgers are going to win the World Series.
It's inevitable.
The Thunder are probably going to win the NBA championship.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I
we'll
don't know
see.
about that.
And to segue from one thing to another, let's talk a little basketball, shall we? Well, Vince, the Western Conference Finals started last evening, and the San Antonio Spurs faced off against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Buddy.
To those of you who don't pay attention to professional basketball, the only team that had a winning record in the regular season against the Oklahoma City Thunder was, in fact, the San Antonio Spurs. So this series is probably like the finals before the finals.
This feels like the finals. I was going to say that game yesterday was so awesome. And you want to know what it had a lot of?
Back and forth lead changes, a lot of drama. Wembanyama looking like that. Yeah, it's fantastic.
So much defense. To go 2 overtimes and only score 122 as the winning team is amazing.
This is why professional basketball to me is a farce during the regular season, because they only try in the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, it's fun to watch though. For me.
I get it, but it's dumb.
Storylines for this game though, however.
Story time.
So first off, did you see the Shams drama? Shams Charania?
Did he finally bang, what's her name?
No, okay, Adams did not happen.
Damn it.
To my
Damn
knowledge.
it.
No, Shams Charania tweets out, "It's official, breaking news. Shai Alexander wins the MVP." Before Amazon announced it, Blake Griffin goes on like, "Shams, go to a brunch or some shit." He's like, "You shouldn't be announcing this. Amazon Prime's supposed to." And he's like, "I'm just doing my job." It's so lame. Like, why did... As always, my take on influence...
Blake Griffin, you never won shit. You just dunked the basketball really hard. And
you know why he's okay. You know why he's doing. He didn't do that. That was patently false. Not his kid.
Oh, was?
That's wrong. Yeah.
Well, the internet's a farce and everything's not real. Okay, go on.
And also, it's because he was doing the Amazon reveal show thing for them. So he's like, "Why did you announce it?"
So you got this young when you got mad.
Okay, hold on. He announced it on Twitter 4 hours before they were doing the announcement on Amazon. And it was like, why did you do that? We signed a deal with the NBA and he just ruined it. I get it.
Wasted a good surprise on you.
We all knew it was going to happen anyway. I just think like insiders, that whole thing is so stupid.
That show?
No. The concept. Adam Schefter announces a trade. I got it first. Okay. And then 3 minutes later, everybody else said it. Who gives a fuck if you had it first?
It's like the race to the bottom, dude. Nobody.
Who cares?
That's like their thing.
But then he's just like,
It's
I
like
have
their
to
thing.
like Woj versus Shams. Who was going to get the news first? You're like, who really cares? You're going to hear it anyway. And by the time you can talk to anybody about it, everybody's going to announce it anyway. It's not a big fucking deal. True. I think they should do it at the show. I don't think people should figure it out on Twitter and then they're going to do it on Amazon, do the same thing. It's stupid. But that is beside the point. They give him the trophy before the game, Shai, in game 1. And you see Wemby looking on it. Wemby was top 3 the whole year. He probably should have won it, him or Jokic. I don't think Shai should have won it. That sets the stage for this game. You go into this game as back and forth, tied at the end of OT. At the end of the fourth quarter, Wembanyama comes out, plays really well. OT 1, OT 2. San Antonio Spurs go on a run. They win the game. That's the full story. But I want to talk about Vic and his beautiful alien French ass. He's not human. He's the youngest player to ever go 40 and 20 in a playoff game. He scored, 40... Where did that go? He scored 41 points with 24 rebounds. 3 assists, doesn't even need him. He made 1 3-point field goal, and that was from 28 feet. It was from the fucking volleyball line.
Do you know who the last player to do this, or the second youngest player to do this in NBA history of the 2040?
If I were to guess, it'd be like Shaq.
Tim Duncan.
Oh, same team.
How about that for a stat? The two guys on the San Antonio Spurs are the 2 youngest players in NBA history to record a 2040 in the NBA playoffs.
That's the thing, though. It's like Wemby's got Tim Duncan's at practice all the time. David Robinson's at practice all the time, and Greg Popovich is basically his mentor. What a fucking group of people to
He's
have.
bound to be great at that point. Am I right? I mean,
He might be
let's
the best
face
ever. Straight up.
We'll see, but he's doing things that I have not seen before. Like
28 feet,
when he
Mike, as a
when
7'4"
he pulled
guy.
up, it might as well be 30. When he pulled up from damn near 30, and I'm like, he's doing this right now.
Sunk.
And just wet. Just no big deal.
Only attempted 2 all game. Made his one from 30 feet when it matters the most. He's clutch, all this stuff. Did you see his post-game press conference?
Yes, I saw some of it.
So there's a guy saying, hey, they announced the MVP. You were a top 3. He said all this stuff. Did you take anything with you going into that game? Did that affect how you thought about it? Blah, 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 blah. Did you want your get back? And he said, yes to all that you said. He's like, yeah, I watched it happen. I should have won that award. I want to win a bunch in my career. And he came out there and he was a better player.
Well, he followed that up with saying, I still have a lot to learn. And this is all a part of my learning
He didn't
experience.
say it as an asshole. He just said it as, I saw
like
it
a
and I wanted to
motivator.
win. Yeah.
Absolutely. Of course, he wants to be the best. If you're playing in something or if you're doing something and you don't want to be the best, why even bother?
Do you understand the plus-minus stat?
I'd be looking at the plus minus thing and I'm just like, what does that mean?
How does your team perform when you're on the court?
Got it.
So your team is up by 2 when you're on the court with Isaiah Hartenstein. Your team's up by 9. I'm on the court with Jared McCain. When Wemby's on the court, they're up 16. When Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was on the court last night, the Thunder were minus 15. He went.
I just think he might have had a little hangover.
He had a hangover for sure. Or they haven't played in so long, but so have the Spurs. It's like he did not play well for getting announced as MVP, and Wembanyama played really well. So he's got to come out with vengeance next game. Truly.
Well, and I believe he will, Vince. I think that truly this was just a down game at home, and now you get one more at home before you hit the road. We all know this series is going 7. In my eyes, there was no doubt in my mind this series doesn't go 7 games. It's going to go down to the wire. They went to 2 overtimes, to your point, and only in the last 3 minutes of the second overtime was it there's no chance OKC can do it. I mean, there were some very bad missed shots by OKC. They were not shooting well from the free throw and 3-point line. 17 of 45, 16 of 19 from the free throw line compared to. I mean, it's just once again.
J-Dub is back for this series. He's been out previously. He's your second best scorer. He was arguably the best player on the court last year when they won the finals. He goes 11 for 25. He's shooting under 50%. He goes 1 for 3 from 3-pointers. So he's shooting 40% and 30% from 3. And Shai's shooting 35% and 2 for 7 from 3. You're not going to win the game if your 2 best scorers aren't shooting effectively.
Well, and then not only that, add AJ Mitchell into that, having only 4 points. When the game before against the Lakers, he had damn near 30. So there's something to be said here. Your bench, Wemby. I understand that, and they're going to have to switch some things up. Chet is not big enough to stack up against them.
Which is crazy because he's bigger than everybody.
Chet's 7 feet, and he's standing next to Wemby, and you're like, wow, he's kind of small.
Looks small. He did block him once.
And that's fine. That really brought it into OT. I look at this game, and I just kind of chalk it up to, all right, you got Jalen Williams coming back. They're still getting their flow again. And I do feel like the Thunder are going to win game 2. There's not a doubt in my mind. I feel like the Thunder take game 2. This game was kind of an anomaly, and the series is going 7. Now,
it's gotta.
You jump to the East, and I don't know what happened to the Pistons, but that game wasn't even a game on Sunday. I don't even know why'd you even show up.
They ran out of all
125 to 94. At one point, it was 125 to 80, and you were just like, okay.
It was bad, and there really isn't a reason as to why it was bad. You got the most effective player on the court, tied for most effective player on the court for the Cavaliers that game was James Harden in Game 7. Is he changing the storyline?
I feel like he's about to come back, man. Who knows?
couldn't
Maybe
score.
it's just the renaissance he needed in his career.
Maybe. Or he's like everybody else, I'm not going to be the number one player on this team, which he's not. I mean, it's Donovan Mitchell, and he didn't shoot that well either. It was just the Pistons don't have enough scoring. They just don't. They don't have enough guys that can go out there and score. I mean, it's Cade Cunningham kind of got shut down. He went 5 for 16 and no one else. Like, if you're relying on Dennis Jenkins and freaking Tobias Harris has 5 points and he goes 0 for 6 from the field, how are you supposed to score?
Well, there's another situation. I mean, when Tobias Harris is your second best player and he only puts up 5 points,
second best scorer for sure. Well, and this is the thing too.
Right.
Jalen Duren's supposed to be a hell of a center, and what happened with him?
Was really nowhere to be found, Vince.
Everybody was dead. That game was horrible.
Yeah, like when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players score under double digits.
Yep.
In a playoff game,
and no players over 20.
And there you go. And maybe just maybe the Cavs are just like, we're just going to shut them out defensively. And I mean, to give everybody some clarity, Donovan Mitchell is very good at basketball.
Yeah. That's the thing. Even under all of that stuff, he still goes out there, gets a steal, gets a block, plays defense. You have fucking Evan Mobley, who's made for defense, 2 steals, 2 blocks on his end too. They were just mean on the defensive end, and the Pistons were out of gas, just straight up.
Once again, this just leads me to my point where why does it take the NBA an entire fucking season
Mobley's been
to
good at
play
defense the whole year.
defense?
You're also seeing the best defenders in the league in these matchups.
I understand that, but once again, defense wins championships.
Yep.
And I'm under the impression that they don't want to start playing until the playoffs begin. And that's my problem. This is why half the time I don't watch basketball or give a shit to watch basketball until the playoffs.
We would talk about it this year and you'd be like, I'm like, all right, we're a sports podcast, Mike.
Call me when the playoffs start with basketball, because the rest of the season is just like OKC is going to take the West and the East is up for grabs in 2026. And I called it, and here we are.
Well, yeah, but everybody called that OKC was going to win it.
I mean,
it's not like that impressive.
Listen. If the Spurs win this series, I'm still going to be surprised.
I agree, but
whoever wins this series is winning it all.
I'd be less surprised now too, because Wemby turned it on a whole different level. You know,
I feel like
whoever wins the West is winning the whole thing. You're right about that. That's for sure.
What's also crazy is De'Aaron Fox didn't play last night. And
yeah, but they got Stephon Castle and they have Devin Vassell. They have so many guys.
I understand, but De'Aaron Fox, that's like their second best player.
Sometimes. Depends. That is the benefit of watching the regular season, because De'Aaron Fox had hot and cold all year.
Well, I understand it, but he's going to compete and guard, and from an athleticism perspective, he's going to work against like a Jalen Williams and an SGA. That's a guy you want.
He's bad competitively. At D. He wants Stephon Castle. He's long and good at D. That's who's going to be going up against those guys the whole fucking time. It's the Spurs and their coaching and the way they drafted and the length and athleticism of all the guys around Wemby are so good and so complimentary to the way he plays. And they're made to beat the Thunder, really, if you think about it. Like, they're built to beat a team like that.
Well, they're very well constructed from a roster side, and they do different things that listen, let's face it, it always helps to draft, and get the first lottery pick after sucking for a few years, and then taking a generational talent who is going to be your building block for the next 20 years.
He's the best draft pick that the NBA had since like LeBron. Be for real. Like number 1 overall.
Well, and we were talking about it when it happened. We were like, this could be it. And I'm like, well, let's let him prove himself. And here he is. And he's just absolutely fucking nails.
Yeah. It's like one of those things like people said he was going to be good, similar to LeBron. And then he comes in and he's good. You're like, okay. I guess that's the way.
It's just the amount of athleticism and shooting and rebounding and size
and the tape that he had out there. You're like, okay, like he's just murdering people at 18.
Right. Well, needless to say. And wow, don't look now, but it looks like the Knicks and Cleveland are going to be tied going into that. This is going to be fun.
Ayo, yes. Let's talk about this
By the way,
series.
This is on Tuesday night, by the way, so
Yeah.
we are a little early to this game. So by the time this drops, we are going to be on the second game of the Cavs and Knicks.
And we'll be
what are your
past
thought
game 2
process?
for the Spurs. So maybe the Spurs and Thunder are already tied.
I think they will be, personally.
Yeah,
I don't think the Thunder drop 2 at home. I don't think that's possible.
Agree. And if they do this, the whole series is over. Let's be for real.
True. That's very true.
As far as this is a rest versus rust conversation. The Cavs just played their ass off for 7 games. The Knicks haven't played in seems like a week and a half. Is that good or bad?
This is another series that I do think has the ability, depending on what's going on with the Knicks, to go 7. The Knicks just need to show up, and Cat needs to play like Cat. And
the Knicks are a lot better, just roster construction wise.
Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns need to be who they are if they're going to win this series. Hook, line, sinker. If you let a Cavs team score, if you let a Cav team out physical you have the possibility of losing this series, in my opinion.
And that starts with down low. You need to have Hartenstein, or not Hartenstein. He's on the fucking what do you call it?
Cat needs to stop talking about how good Gatorade is and start talking about how good his interior defense
He's been
is.
playing well this playoffs. And also, the Pistons only had 3 viable scorers. If you want to include Duncan Robinson, maybe 4. Cat, OG, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges. Jordan Clarkson can score. Jose Alvarado can score. Mitchell Robinson can play in the paint if he's not injured. They're a lot better than the Pistons right now. The way that the Pistons play and the way that the Knicks play are way different. It's just, like you said, are the guys that need to score going to show up? I think they will. I think the Knicks go to the finals, to be honest. And I think it might be in like 5 or 6 games.
Well, it's rare that, you fire a coach that brought you to the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years in a row, and then you fire him, and then you're back in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, and they seem considerably less gassed. It's just...
Well, yeah, Thibodeau's going to run you into the ground.
might be something.
There's no
then.
doubt about it.
Yeah.
And who knows? It's one
they
of those
aren't
things
this team without him. Be for real.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the attitude that they play with is a lot of Tibbs, and then Mike Brown just kind of took the torch and just played and managed the team better.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in new news, Vince, the Mavericks fired Jason Kidd.
Yes, that was a Masai Ujiri move. New GM, new head coach. I get it.
Do you think he's a play for Chicago?
Do you want him to be a play for Chicago?
Dude,
this is team number 3.
Yeah, that's a play.
He
might
was the
take
Nets,
some time
he was
off.
the Mavs. And yes, he went to the championship. He went to the championship with the Mavs on a hell of a team. He might take some time off. He might do some, what do you call it? Some media stuff.
Or
I don't know.
He would be a great college coach.
Think
Just
about
like
who
how
the best
Embiid-
coach. Think about who the best coaches are in the NBA. You got Dagnall. I completely forgot the fucking Spurs guy, and this kind of proves my point.
It's the young guys kind of starting
It's
to take
the
over.
young wizard mind white guys like the NFL. It's the same thing. It's like you get those freaks that are just coming in there and they're analytic driven and they're like, this is what we need. This is how we build it. That's kind of what you need. I don't know if JKidd's is new NBA. Like if the former players rarely at this point work out. I mean, Doc Rivers, shout out to him. Doc Rivers could have gotten Tim Duncan in the early 2000s.
How?
He was going to sign with the Magic, and that when Doc Rivers was the coach. And he didn't sign with the Magic solely because he wanted to play with Tracy McGrady, I think. He didn't sign with the Mavericks because the Mavericks wouldn't let his wife come on the team plane.
Jesus.
Doc Rivers like, your wife can't come on the team plane. He's like, all right, fuck you then. They would have been a squad, dude. Oh, my God.
Oh, the Magic? The Magic would have been insane with Tracy McGrady and
T-Mac and Tim Duncan. Yeah, come on.
would have been unstoppable.
Yeah.
So Mitch Johnson is the head coach of the Spurs, and he took over for Greg Popovich. And he's just another young mind Just kind of just one of these
molded by
guys.
Pop, and yeah, that'll do it, donkey.
So you're calling this now. Western Conference is a little bit more up in the air, but you're thinking Thunder Knicks is to our recent premonition.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and get really horny over the Wemby thing, and I want to go Spurs Knicks because I want to have some fun.
Ooh, he changes his mind.
I've been saying Thunder all year. I'm taking Spurs now. Let's do it.
All right. I kind of like it. I think it's good to have some opposition. I got to go Thunder because I'm a homer that way, and my
Knicks?
wife's a Thunder fan, and she would be quite upset. Looking at this game, and granted it's game one, if the Knicks drop game one at the Garden, it's about to be mass fucking pandemonium. I think it's good for them if they lose one at the Garden because the fans are going to be pissed. So I guess the nice part is if you piss off the fans at home, then you're going to have a little bit more juice in the tank. But I think it's the Knicks' time. I think they go to the finals.
I think they do too.
I think it's going to be a battle, but I think they go to the finals and they lose in the finals, which is going to be
right. That's what whoever wins this is losing in the finals. Is my take.
I just don't know how the Knicks compete against either team. The Thunder are too athletic to run with them. They're going to fucking run up and down the court all night long. Too fast.
They're scrappy, the Knicks are. The Knicks are scrappy.
Yeah, that means dick.
No, it doesn't. Not when you play against a bunch of finesse guys. If you're scrappy, you can fuck around.
Vince, they're not a finesse team, okay? They're too good. Watch. Tomorrow night's about to come, and the Thunder are going to put a hurting on the Spurs once again. It'll be close, but they're going to do it. And then before you know it, we're 1-1 going to San Antonio.
All's I'm saying, I think that whoever wins the West is winning it, but I don't think it's going to be in 4, and it probably won't be in 5 either. It's probably going to be in 6 games.
I think the Western Conference Finals are going 7 games.
I think the Western Conference Finals are. I'm saying the NBA Finals is not going to be a sweep. I don't think it's
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think it's going to be a sweep, but I think it'll definitely be one of those things. I mean, the aura of NBA, you want the Knicks to be good, and you want the Knicks to maybe win a title because it's the first time it would ever happen in their very, very long tenure.
No, 1973.
Oh, my bad. 1973.
Phil Jackson.
Goes to show you how much I know basketball.
Former power forward Phil Jackson on that team, if I'm not mistaken.
Phil Jackson is a epic head coach in Chicago and all of basketball history for that matter. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right, Vince. Well, there's NBA. Well, this is not the only playoff going on right now, Vince. The NHL playoff. Little hockey talk. We may have to get Vince on next week because I do believe that these Stanley Cup finals are starting here shortly. So Wednesday, actually, too bad. We should have him on maybe next week. But the Vegas and Colorado series starts on Wednesday evening, Vince.
Thank you for coming, Vegas.
That's what you fully feel that? You feel like it's just over already?
I don't think it's a sweep, but I think Colorado wins it in 5 or 6 and they go to the finals. They're going to win the whole thing. They're just going to win the whole thing.
I feel like Vegas can make a series out of it. I feel like if there's one team, and I maintain
Vegas
this.
Do you want them to?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Would I be surprised if they get smoked in 4 games? A little. But I'm just saying that if there's one team to compete against Colorado in this Western Conference Finals, it is truly
the
Vegas Knights.
It worked out the way it should have. Yeah. I think it did too. It's the Ducks at the end.
It's a team of experience. It's a team that has legitimate, playoff intent, and they've been here before.
Yeah.
Where the Avalanche have as well, but just once again, do the Vegas Knights have the horses to run with them for
the Avalanche are so good. Yeah. I don't even know what to compare it to as far as the team is concerned, but it feels like, and I know it wasn't like a sweep or anything in the last series. It's just, it was a gentleman's sweep technically, but Colorado they score and they score so much. And when the floodgates open, it just doesn't stop. That's all it is.
Nate McKinnon's very good.
Yeah.
Nate McKinnon's very good at hockey. And Jack Eichel's also very good at hockey, but still, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to say the very least.
Yeah. Make your call. How many games? Who wins?
I think Colorado wins it in 6 games.
Okay. I think that's
I'd be very surprised if Vegas wins. Yeah, that's fair. What are your thoughts?
I had Colorado in 5. Another gentleman's sweep.
Colorado in 5. Okay, well, Thursday night, the day this episode drops, we have the Montreal Canadiens
I'm so
playing
upset.
the Carolina Hurricane or the Carolina. What are the Carolina?
No, Carolina
Hurricanes?
Hurricanes. You're right.
Carolina Hurricanes, which Montreal won on Monday evening against your Buffalo Sabres.
I'm so
You
upset.
had going far. And
In
that didn't happen.
OT, they fucking did it in OT, and they were down 2, and they make the comeback in the second, and then in the third, and you're like, oh shit, all the momentum's on their side. OT, Montreal, shake it up, get done. To be fair, I think the Carolina Hurricanes probably go to the finals now because that was just a hard fought battle. But I don't know. None of us had the Canadiens going this far. I'll be straight up about that.
None of us did. We kind of thought you were a big Buffalo guy.
Well, I thought the Canadiens were going to lose in the first round, if I'm being honest. Vince is like,
Well,
maybe they'll make it past the first round, but they've been a surprise team the whole time.
Well, who are you going to pick? The fucking Flyers, right? I mean, it's like that
They were
wasn't
fun.
going to be
I
a
wanted
thing.
them to.
They were fun. I thought Boston or Tampa or even Pittsburgh was about to make a run, but that wasn't the case. And Carolina is very, very good. And you kind of love to see a small market like a Raleigh, North Carolina, be in the middle of the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's kind of really neat.
I have a thing for non-snow cities making championships that pisses me off in the NHL.
Yeah, Florida's done it for like the past 5 years, so I guess we should get
and Tampa and Carolina, and you're like, give it to Colorado, like Vegas. Okay, you have 2 warm places with no snow and 2 snow places. You hope it's Avalanche Canadiens, to be honest, if you love snow and love ice.
If you like hockey and ice, yes, and play the game outside if Denver is on the table, because that would be insane.
That would
be sick to do.
Not in June in Denver.
Not in June in Denver. I mean, they had snow a few weeks ago, actually.
They did. Yes, they did.
No, that's no shit. I do think that the table's set, but to your point, I don't see a situation here with both series, and I don't want to put the cart before the horse.
The weighted scale on both of these is like a 5 or 6 game, and it's Avalanche Hurricanes before that's all said and done. That's what it feels like, right?
I'd agree. On the Carolina side, you got Taylor Hall and Lane Hudson, and then you got Alex Newhook and Logan Stankoven. I don't know. Half of these guys you don't know how to pronounce. It's like that Chance the Rapper thing. It's just like, that's an S, a T, a C, and a J all together. I'm out.
Yeah. Stashkavash.
Stashkavash. Pick a very Middle East, or pick a very Northeastern name, and there you have it.
Yeah.
I do believe that Carolina wins the series. They're very good. But Montreal and the Avalanche. Montreal and the Avalanche, you'd be sick.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's
just Avalanche Hurricanes. I think this all gets wrapped up within 5 or 6 games on both of them, and give me the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm taking Avalanche all the way now. I'm pretty sure I took the Sabres all the way to the finals and then took the Avalanche to win anyway. So if I can keep that, then I'll be happy. But I'm pretty sure I had Avalanche Sabres.
I had Vegas going far, and I'm happy they're this far because I might look pretty smart. But a blind squirrel is twice twice a day.
Nope. That's a broken clock.
Broken clock.
And then you said a blind squirrel
a
finds a nut. Yeah. Yeah. You mixed the two.
I mixed the clock and the nuts and the squirrels. Squirrel. Well, Vince, have you seen? I don't know. This may have been AI, and I saw it on the internet. But did you?
What did Iverson do?
Aaron Rodgers' alleged wife?
No. I saw he signed and he's back.
So I don't think it's real. So USA Today posted this whole article. Is this really Aaron Rodgers' wife? So allegedly he took a picture with this woman, and a lot of people are saying, is this his wife? The name Brittany Starlight Lazinski is fabricated, and Aaron Rodgers has never publicly disclosed his wife's full name or identity. The account that posted this is a self-identified parody account, but it was funny. It was funny.
So it's not true. Yeah. Okay.
It is not real, but they showed him with a picture of some very hippy dippy gal covered in tattoos.
Wouldn't be surprised.
AI generation thing. It's like a Nikki Cass skit where it's just like, did you see the gorilla dancing? He's dancing. It's not real, but you want to believe it to be real.
Yeah.
And Rashid Rice is going to jail for 30 days, by the way.
Yeah, Rashid, right. 30-day jail time. Okay.
So he's going to college.
Welcome back to OTAs. Here's a bunch of free meals. See you at OTAs. Yeah, he probably should have gotten longer, if you're being honest, but what are you going to do?
What do you, Vince, in the most Chicago way, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? I know, dude. Rodgers does come back, signs a 1 year. Are you happy about this if you're a Steelers fan?
I don't know, Vince. I feel like what are you going to have? What's his nuts from
Drew Aller.
Ohio? Yeah, a lot of people they're saying to Drew Aller, take everything you've known about playing the quarterback position and throw it out the window.
They said they're going to get rid of it and redo it. I like that idea because he's, as far as the specimen's concerned, he's right. It's just whatever Franklin did to him in Penn State did not work out well for him.
Well, and then who's the kid from Ohio State that they drafted? What's his name? Will Howard. What, he's going to start? Oh, okay.
Right. But that's the thing.
Okay.
If you're Pittsburgh, you haven't had a quarterback in a long time. Rodgers isn't as good. Maybe he rekindles his relationship with Mike McCarthy and makes something out of nothing. Realistically,
or maybe it's just like, fine, fuck you. I'll come and join you for a year and let's make the most of it.
Next year's draft is going to be quarterback heavy, they're saying. There's a lot of good players.
Very. We got Dante Moore. You got the kid coming out of Ohio State. You got Arch next year.
You got Julian Sand. You got Arch. You got CJ Carr. You got a ton of dudes that are Heisman hopefuls.
Of course, you got to fit CJ Carr in there.
He's number one in Heisman expectation. What the fuck do you want? Do you want the Heisman to win the thing? You're just a hater for no reason. Maybe if USC can get their shit together, they'll play Notre Dame against them. But
let's place a bet on this. CJ Carr is a finalist for the Heisman. Okay.
Well, you're taking the field, and I'm taking he is.
Okay. He's a finalist for the Heisman.
Okay, I'll send you $10, and then if he actually is one,
no, let's bet dinner on it. Let's bet dinner.
That's not even a fair bet. I pick CJ Carr out of 5 guys, and you take the fucking field. How is that a fair bet?
Well, you're such a fucking Notre Dame
Mike.
homer.
If you think the White Sox are good, White Sox go to the World Series or they don't, and we'll bet dinner on that. What the fuck are we talking about?
Well, you're just out here proclaiming CJ Carr, who's absolutely nothing. Who had the best running back in the fucking country for 2 years.
No, he's only played for 1. He's a fucking first year
freshman.
My bad, idiot.
My bad.
You're telling me he's not a top 5 quarterback in college right now, ranked? You're not. You're telling me that he's not.
I would give you top 10. I'm not saying top 5.
No, I'm saying he is, like, factually.
Okay. Once again, who's he playing against? The fucking Hanley School for the Blind?
You're making a completely mute argument anyway. It's not that.
How?
It's that he is projected to be a good quarterback. And generally, projected to be a good quarterback means projected to get drafted high.
And projected to be a good quarterback means you play some sort of fucking schedule as opposed to NIU, Navy, and the rest of it. No, it's not.
It's just he's projected to be a good quarterback, so he's probably going to get drafted high. That's the idea. Some people say. I don't know. You can make this shit up if you want, though, so it's fine. But either way, if you're the Steelers, do you want to go... What can they go now? I forget how many games they play. Do you want to go 9-8? Just squeak into the playoffs, lose in the first round, and then lose your chance to get a good quarterback? That's really all it is. Or do you want to start one of those shitty guys and draft a good quarterback next year?
I feel like you're right. For the Steelers, that is a question you have to ask yourself. Is this time just to blow this whole fucking thing up and we're going to suck for a little while, but we need to hit the reset button? But a storied franchise like that, are they ever going to suck?
You miss out on good quarterbacks. You don't know what you're going to get in 2 years.
Well, I think they're going to try and go for gold. I think this was the biggest homer pick for the Steelers. They're going to try for like one more year, and if it doesn't work, then I could see McCarthy being gone, and then I could see Rodgers being gone.
1 year in and out.
I think it's one shot for it, and if they're good and they get to some sort of relevancy and win a playoff game, they'll come back for another year and try and run it. But I feel like Rodgers is just holding on for dear life. So is McCarthy.
It makes sense that McCarthy would come in for 1 year if it was any team except for the team that keeps their coaches for 20 years every single time.
I don't think Mike McCarthy has 20 years with that blood pressure, dog.
Yeah, I'm with you, but I think he might die in the seat, to be honest, because they don't.
Yeah, honestly, he might have a grabber after exploding on a ref and then explode internally.
Yeah, like when he used to throw.
I hope you don't see that.
You hope you don't.
You hope you don't see that.
That's what Green Bay's saying.
Sometimes you just eat too much of the sausage and you die.
Down the hatch, kielbasa might kill Mike McCarthy. Come on,
McCarthy. Yeah, how you doing?
How you doing?
But I'm with you, Vince. Listen, I don't mean to talk too much shit about CJ Carr. Once again, who does he play? When you look at the field and you say, okay, Dante Moore, Oregon, they play really great Big Ten talent.
Highly rated quarterback.
When you look at Julian Sand, highly rated quarterback, plays Big Ten talent as well. Big Ten, probably the creme de la creme of all of college football right now. Then you also look at Arch Manning playing in the fucking SEC and playing against real defensive talent every single week, in and out. And then Carr. They're not. They can't be in the same conversation of being top 5, top 10. Yes, of course, CJ Carr statistically is going to be better than the field because he plays nobody.
Tell me I didn't say it in that order.
It doesn't matter about the order in which you said it.
Yes, it does, because
what matters is you're making an argument. Guy
you're making an argument against. You're saying I'm not making an argument.
Yes, I have no argument to make.
You just did.
The fucking schedule.
You just said you don't want to talk about it, and then you started talking about it again. You're saying you're making an argument, and you spoke about the 4 people.
I just threw a pen at you.
You spoke about the 4 people that I already mentioned, and then put CJ Carr on there, just like I did. Thank you. Checkmate.
All right.
Heisman,
people.
baby.
Well, if you love the banter and you think CJ Carr is about to be a Heisman candidate, please call us 312-725 Air It Out. 2107. Don't forget those 4 digits. We'll be back in the lab next week. Looking forward to it. Got a couple weeks here, Vince. I'm jacked.
Yeah, buddy. OTA starts soon?
All right.
Come on.
OTA starting soon. The Bears maybe drafted the second version of Cole Kmet. This could be exciting. Yeah, call us. Let us know. As always, we'll see you next week.
Talking Tales with Mike and Vince. Oh, you know. Jazzy beats while we dispense. Yeah, you know.